Hi there, my name is Abigail. I'm excited to introduce you to our free employee engagement cost analysis. This is something that we're very passionate about because one of the biggest reasons why engagement and recognition platforms or programs fail is lack of support from the executive team. Whether you're an executive yourself or presenting this information, employee engagement goes far beyond a soft skill in the workplace and truly can be a competitive advantage for driving innovation in today's market. For our cost analysis, we pull from credible sources like Deloitte and Gallup to help you gain leadership buy-in for your strategies by showing the impact of engagement on your bottom line. By now you should have received two documents. The first is this PDF overview to share the results, and the second is an engagement calculator. To download these free tools and find information about the research and calculations, there's a link to our resource page below. Now let's get started with the calculator. Up here at the top we have a color index. The yellow is for your company information that's used to calculate the results. The blue is for fixed cells pre-populated with formulas to get the data you're looking for. And the orange is where our team can help you with pricing if one of our solutions is a good fit to increase engagement in your organization. There are also instructions on how to use this calculator, but I'll be walking you through each section in this video. Now here are the yellow cells. We really only need a few pieces of information to calculate your cost analysis results. You'll need the turnover rate, annual revenue, number of employees, and average salary. We recommend providing average salaries for both entry-level and executive-level positions because there are different costs associated with each when it comes to turnover. But if you only have one average salary, you can input that number in both fields and still get great data. Now, starting with the turnover rate, if you don't have that easily accessible, you can scroll down to the bottom of this calculator, and on the left, we've included industry averages you can use. Or, if you'd like something more specific to your company, we can calculate your organization's turnover rate on the right. You'll need the number of employees at the beginning of the year, how many left, and how many were hired. So in this example, we have 1,500 employees, we lost about 200, and hired 75 by the end of the year. And this gives us a turnover rate of 13.91%. We can then scroll back to the top and plug this turnover rate in that first yellow box. To save time though, here's a completed calculator. Our turnover rate is 13.91%. Our annual revenue is $200 million. We have 1,500 employees. The average salary for entry level is $30,000 and $200,000 for executive positions. For the last two yellow boxes, percentage of engaged and percentage of disengaged employees, if you already took our Be Heard survey, these numbers are on your dashboard. If not, you can use industry averages, which are 83% engaged and 17% disengaged. Once this information is entered, the results are populated in the blue boxes. These areas directly correlate with the PDF overview, and you can easily plug in the numbers and present to your team. We'll review the data behind this shortly. Here on the calculator, we have two columns. On the left side, we have revenue, absenteeism, and turnover. To the right, there's a projected increase or savings, which is how much could be gained or saved with an increase in engagement. If you add those three numbers, you'll get the total business value. This represents the potential opportunity cost based on the revenue, absenteeism, and turnover. We also divide this business value by the number of employees that you have to get the value per employee. Next, the calculator helps you determine a recommended reward and recognition budget based on your company size and industry numbers. This box here then divides that recommended budget by the number of employees to help you get a benchmark per employee. And lastly, this area calculates disengagement costs overall to show you the financial impact that disengagement has on your organization. Again, for all these blue boxes, these formulas are pre-populated for you. Now over in the orange boxes to the right are potential solutions that you may be interested in. We have a personalized recognition platform to help managers with the tools to better connect with their team. We also have an employee engagement survey, which is a great way to give your team a confidential voice. Our survey uncovers how effective your organization is within key engagement drivers and pinpoints where to invest your time and resources for the best ROI. The survey can be broken down by workplace demographics and departments, so this also can be used to help coach your managers with specific recommendations to increase productivity and retention. If you haven't already, you can get a free Be Heard survey report to get a benchmark on your engagement levels today. The link is below to get started. Moving over to the PDF, we want to plug in these numbers. We can start over here on the left with the company name. And below is that total business value here. Now, to save time though, here's a completed example. For the projected increase from revenue, we pull from Aon's research where they show that on average, revenue increases 3% with just a 5% increase in engagement. For absenteeism costs, Gallup shows that on average, engaged employees take 2.7 sick days per year, while disengaged employees take 6.2 sick days per year. And the last area is turnover. 65% of employees leave voluntarily, so this is the opportunity cost available to retain some of them. One of the biggest engagement drivers to prevent turnover and retain your top talent is meaningful recognition, which leads us to the next section. At the bottom is where we can enter the reward budget and potential Sparck solutions to achieve the increase on your bottom line. This is also helpful if you're looking at other platforms to compare budget and costs to get the results you need. If you want more insight into these calculations, page 2 of this PDF is a reference page, so you can see what calculations were made to get these numbers. Each section correlates with the sections on the first page, and at the bottom right-hand corner, we have all of our sources. Looking at this, we know all this information can be overwhelming, so one of the last things we included in our engagement calculator is a calculation overview on the right side. This provides all of the numbers for your cost analysis and what they look like for your specific company. Thank you so much for your time, and I hope this was helpful. If you have any additional questions, please let us know. We're here to help.